What's up guys, my name is Megan and welcome to something different for the 12 days of Christmas specials. My cat literally decided to open the door as soon as I started recording. Thanks Trix, thank you for that. Thanks, I really appreciate that. So for today's 12 days of Christmas special, we are going to be reading some short Christmas stories. This is just a random website that I found. And it has some written Christmas stories which people have published, so I just thought, hey, it might be kind of cool just to kind of read a few short stories, and as you can see there is plenty to choose from. So yes, I will just pick ones at random and yeah, see how they go. So, 'twas the night before Christmas. As you can see, I already clicked on it just to kind of see how it was and blah blah blah, but yeah, I haven't read it. Right, so here we go. Short story number 1. Actually, does it have the author or anything? So, 'twas the night before Christmas story by Clement Clark Moore. So, 'twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. I have no idea if I said kerchief correctly or not, but let's just continue. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Oh, cute. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the house top the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ash and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, he gave a nod. Up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, he drove out of sight. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. 'Twas the night before Christmas. That was quite nice. I didn't expect it to be kind of like a poem, but there's nothing wrong with that. That was really cool. Oh, the 12 days before Christmas. Hey, that's what we're doing. The 12 days of Christmas. So it doesn't have an author's name, but by glancing over the text here, it seems like it's actually the song. Ha. Okay, I guess I'm going to attempt to sing this. It's not going to be anything fancy. I'm not going to try it properly, and I can't even remember how the tune goes for each line, but yeah, no judging. Just go along with it. Okay. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. Oh my god, what am I doing? On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. If you know this song, comment down below. I'm sure most people know this song. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. The tune is just slowly coming back to me as I go on. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a-laying, 6 geese a-laying. I said that completely wrong. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. My god, this is terrible. This is shocking. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, last one. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, I was not planning on singing. Oh god, just what a way to make a fool out of myself. Okay, moving on. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, let's find another one. How about a Christmas tree? That sounds kind of woohoo! That's slightly too long. How about this one? A Christmas legend, just because it sounds interesting. Okay, a short Christmas story by Florence Scannell. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay, it's not too long, so let's just get into it. Whoops. It was Christmas Eve. The night was very dark and the snow falling fast. As Herman, the charcoal burner, drew his cloak tighter around him and the wind whistled fiercely through the trees of the Black Forest. He had been to carry a load to a castle near and was now hastening home to his little hut. Although he worked very hard, he was poor, gaining barely enough for the wants of his wife and his 4 little children. He was thinking of them when he heard a faint wailing. Guided by the sound, he groped about and found a little child, scantily clothed, shivering and sobbing by itself in the snow. Oh no, poor little child. Why, little one, have they left thee here all alone to face this cruel blast? The child answered nothing, but looked tristly up to the charcoal burner's face. Well, I cannot leave thee here. Thou wouldst be dead before the morning. So saying, Herman raised it in his arms, wrapping it in his cloak and warming its little cold hands in his bosom. There's so many words in this one which I've never pronounced before, and it's just like, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I'm making a fool of myself. When he arrived at his hut, he put down the child and tapped at the door, which was immediately thrown open, and the children rushed to meet him. Here, wife, is a guest to our Christmas Eve supper, said he, leading in the little one, who held timidly to his finger with its tiny hand. Oh, and welcome he is, said the wife. Now let him come and warm himself by the fire. The children all pressed round to welcome and gaze at the little newcomer. They showed him their pretty fir tree, decorated with bright coloured lamps in honour of Christmas Eve, which the good mother had endeavoured to make a feast to the children. Then they sat down to supper, each child contributing of its portion for the guest, looking with admiration at its clear blue eyes and golden hair. It's very strange to refer to the child as it. Strange. Which shone so as to shed a brighter light in the little room. And as they gazed, it grew into a sort of halo round his head, and his eyes beamed with a heavenly lustre. Soon 2 white wings appeared at his shoulders. Damn! And he seemed to grow larger and larger, and then the beautiful vision vanished, spreading out his hands as in benediction over them. Herman and his wife fell on their knees, exclaiming in awe-struck voices, "The Holy Christ Child!" and then embraced their wandering children in joy and thankfulness that they had entertained the heavenly guest. The next morning, as Herman passed by the place where he had found the fair child, he saw a cluster of lovely white flowers, with dark green leaves, looking as though the snow itself had blossomed. Aha, that's nice. Herman plucked some and carried them reverently home to his wife and children, who treasured the fair blossoms and tended them carefully in remembrance of the wonderful Christmas Eve, calling them chrysanthemums. I think that's right. Is it chrysanthemums? Chrysanthemums? I don't know if that's right or not. I hope so. Correct me if I'm wrong. And every year as the time came round, they put aside a portion of their feast and gave it to some poor little child, according to the words of the Christ, "Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me." Ah, that was nice. It was like a very, like caring, giving kind of story, and it was really sweet how they cherish the flowers and, help a child every year. That's really, really cool. I like that. What is the legend of the Christmas tree? Okay, this one's quite short. I don't know how many of these we're going to read. Probably 5 or so. The legend of the Christmas tree. This one does not have a name either, so I can't see who it is by. Yeah, I can't see who it's by, but let's get into it. So, the legend of the Christmas tree. 2 little children were sitting by the fire one cold winter's night. All at once they heard a timid knock at the door, and one ran to open it. There, outside in the cold and the darkness, stood a child with no shoes upon his feet and clad in thin, ragged garments. He was shivering with cold, and he asked to come in and warm himself. Oh, bless him, another child. Yes, come, cried both the children. You shall have our place by the fire. Come in. They drew the little stranger to their warm seat and shared their supper with him, and gave him their bed while they slept on a hard bench. Oh, bless them. In the night they were awakened by strains of sweet music, and looking out they saw a band of children in shining garments approaching the house. They were playing on golden harps, and the air was full of melody. Suddenly the stranger child stood before them, no longer cold and ragged, but clad in silvery light. His soft voice said, I was cold and you took me in. I was hungry and you fed me. I was tired and you gave me your bed. I am Christ child, wandering through the world to bring peace and happiness to all good children. As you have given to me, so may this tree every year give rich fruit to you. So saying, he broke a branch from the fir tree that grew near the door, and he planted it in the ground and disappeared. But the branch grew into a great tree, and every year it bore wonderful golden fruit for the kind children. Aww. Again, another one that's very similar, you know, kind of helping a child in need. That's really, really sweet. And then, you know, he gave something in return. It's just, you know, there should be more kindness in the world, basically. Christmas chimes? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm guessing this is like a poem. Yeah, birth, earth, sound, resound. So I'm guessing this is like a poem. It doesn't have any readers' names, but I don't know who made it, unfortunately. But here we go. So, Christmas chimes. Sweetly through the night comes the distant chime of bells. Hark and hear the story that their joyous pealing tells. Like the song of angels to us mortals given, comes the silver music sounding through the star-crowned heaven. List, the happy music makes all nature sound. Hear the answering hilltops in echoes sweet resound. 'Tis of one they sing, one of lowly birth, who left a crown of glory and came to sinful earth. Now they tell the tale of shepherds from afar, watching through the dark night to see the glittering star. Now they tell the story of the wondrous love of him who lived and suffered, the great King above. Chime, ye bells of heaven, o'er the sleeping earth. Let your tongues sing out the story of the heavenly birth. Chime throughout the long night, nor cease your joyful lay. Chime until the awaking of the glorious day. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, wait, no, here we go. Okay, it does have the name. Agnes Taylor Ketchum and Ida M. Jorgensen? I hope I say that right. I'm sorry if I haven't. So who was the other one that we did then? Okay, well that one didn't actually say. Right, should we do like one more maybe? Something like that? Yeah, there's a lot of ones from Charles Dickens here. Babushka. How about that? I could do this one. A Russian Christmas Story. Is there any name anywhere on here? No, I can't see a name. But should we do this one? I guess so. Babushka. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm really conscious when I read stuff because I can't read very well out loud. I hated doing it in school. I always got super nervous and I always mess up on words and stuff and it's just like, ooh. Right, anyway. Babushka, see what I mean? Babushka, a Russian Christmas Story. It was the night the dear Christ child came to Bethlehem. In a country far away from him, an old woman named Babushka sat in her snug little house by her warm fire. The wind was drifting the snow outside and howling down the chimney, but it only made Babushka's fire burn more brightly. How glad I am that I may stay indoors, said Babushka. holding her hands out to the bright blaze. But suddenly she heard a loud rap at her door. She opened it and her candle shone on 3 old men standing outside in the snow. Their beards were as white as the snow and so long that they reached the ground. Their eyes shone kindly in the light of Babushka's candle, and their arms were full of precious things, boxes of jewels and sweet-smelling oils and ointments. "We have travelled far, Babushka," said they, "and we stopped to tell you of the baby prince born this night in Bethlehem. He comes to rule the world and teach all men to be loving and true. We carry him gifts. Come with us, Babushka." So this is the 3 wise men. I remember doing this play in primary school. There wasn't a character called Babushka, but obviously this is somebody's take on it. But I remember playing Angel Gabriel in primary school, and of course, you know, baby Jesus was born by Mary in the barn, and yeah, you know, it's a really lovely story, and I had so much fun being a part of the play, and I absolutely loved it. I loved playing Angel Gabriel. I just remember wearing like a white gown with silver tinsel around my neck and the silver tinsel halo, and yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and singing the songs for it was a lot of fun too. That was years ago now. Woo! A long time ago. But Babushka looked at the driving snow and then inside at her cozy room and the crackling fire. "It is too late for me to go with you, good sirs," she said. "The weather is too cold." She went inside again and shut the door, and the old men journeyed on to Bethlehem without her. But as Babushka sat by her fire, rocking, she began to think about the little Christ child, for she loved all babies. "Tomorrow I will go to find him," she said. "Tomorrow when it is light, and I will carry him some toys." So when it was morning, Babushka put on her long coat and took her staff and filled a basket with the pretty things a baby would like: gold balls and wooden toys and strings of silver cobwebs. And she set out to find the Christ child. But oh, Babushka had forgotten to ask the 3 old men the road to Bethlehem, and they had travelled so far through the night that she could not overtake them. Up and down the road she hurried, through woods and fields and towns, saying to whomever she met, "I go to find the Christ child. Where does he lie? I bring some pretty toys for his sake." But no one could tell her the way to go, and they all said, "Farther on, Babushka, farther on," she said. So she travelled on and on and on for years and years. But she never found the little Christ child. They say that old Babushka is travelling still, looking for him. When it comes Christmas Eve and the children are lying fast asleep, Babushka comes softly through the snowy fields and towns, wrapped in her long cloak and carrying her basket on her arm. With her staff she raps gently at the doors and goes inside and holds her candle close to the little children's faces. "Is he here?" she asks. "Is the little Christ child here?" And then she turns sorrowfully away again, crying, "Farther on, farther on." But before she leaves, she takes a toy from her basket and lays it beside the pillow for a Christmas gift. "For his sake," she says softly, and then hurries on through the years and forever in search of the little Christ child. Oh, bless her. That was a nice one. Again, I've not heard this story before, but you know, it's relating to the birth of Jesus Christ. So yeah, I think that's gonna have to do it. I clicked on so many more than I read, but a lot of them were a bit too long to do in the video. It's hard to think of 12 different things to do for Christmas. 12 different Christmas related things. It's kind of hard to think of everything to do. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you are all very excited for Christmas. Don't let 2020 ruin your Christmas. You know, it's yeah. But yeah, so if you liked what you saw, leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any Christmas short stories of your own, feel free to send them, post them below, and we can all have a read of them. And yeah, it would just be fun. Have some fun with it. But yeah, if you liked what you saw, leave a like and subscribe. And I will see all of you awesome people next time. See you then, guys. Bye!